All right, so the examples we've used so far, you can imagine using this, using shapes and scale and that sort of thing to reveal objects either through the alpha or the luminance. But what about if you had a situation like this? For example, we wanted to animate this, the little mecha ampersand writing on. How would we do that? Well, the first thing you want to do is do a little prep work. So if we look at this ampersand here, and if we were going to draw it with a pen, there's actually like two strokes that make it up, right? One over here and another one over there. So the first step is to take your, whatever it is, your word or letter form, and see that's what the original outline is, and I just used, the pen tool to break it up into two different layers. All right, so two strokes. All right, so that's done, and then I imported it in, and there's two layers, one for the kind of reverse 7 part of it and another part for the bowl. And what we're going to do here is we're going to use strokes to animate this thing on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with nothing selected, I'm going to give it a stroke and no fill. And then I'm just going to click and kind of trace over my shape. And this is going to be a mask that I'm going to use to reveal the shape. So that's the top. And if we want to just test to make sure it reveals the whole thing, there we go. There's alpha map. All right, and then we're going to do another one for the bowl. Same thing. I'm just going to draw, whoops, with nothing selected. Nothing selected. If there is something selected, I'm going to make a mask within the layer. That's not what I want. So with nothing selected, I'm going to draw a shape, a path that just traces over my object. And maybe I'll put it over here so I can see what I'm doing. I'll make sure it actually kind of matches the gesture and the curves a little bit and doesn't cut off any of my object. All right, so now that I got that set up, what I can do is, once again, I'm going to take my shape, stick it up here, make my bowl and alpha mat. I'll turn off the solos, and so nothing's changed. But now what I can do is, in my path, if I toggle this little thing down here, I can add a trim path. And what that lets me do is animate the stroke, right? And there's a little part where it changes the corner, which is a little dodgy. Let's see if I can tidy that up a little bit. The neater you make the path, the more pieces you break the thing down, your object into, the better the craft is going to be. But for this, maybe I'll go in the other direction. So let's say we animate the beginning. So I'll set a keyframe over here. This will be the end. And in the beginning, it's 100. So now that's going to draw on. And then when that gets to this part of the stroke, I'll draw on the rest. So same deal. I go over here. I add a trim path. And then I look, and what direction do I want? Yeah, we'll animate the end of this one. So we'll add, so this will start at 0, and it will end maybe a little bit after the end there. Set this fit. So you can see how it's going. Yeah, to really make this nice, we should probably break this into 3 pieces, because the way it comes around the corner is a little dodgy. But I could, I could try to finesse it a little bit by adding a ease, and then we'll add another ease here and there. And this can definitely start a lot sooner. So yeah, we should probably break this into 3 parts. But anyway, you get the idea. Okay,